Hey guys, it's Sean Yoga 50 here with the Not So Perfect Yoga program. And I wanted to kind of talk to you guys today about what setting your intention is in yoga. Some people have asked about that. What is that? Well, all I can say is as an overview, I guess setting an intention is dedicating your practice to somebody. Maybe there's somebody out there who doesn't feel well. Maybe there's somebody out there who's having hard times, and you set your intention for them to get better, for them to do better, get well. And then what basis is this? Is this all mystical, weird yoga kind of mumbo jumbo, or is there some science behind it? Well, in checking out this really cool channel called Gaia, if you've never seen it, you can check it out, Google it, find it. I don't work for them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, so I don't get paid to say any of this stuff. But I was watching this really cool documentary called What the Bleep Do We Know? And it actually says bleep. Um, and it talks about it's what the bleep do we know going down the rabbit hole. That's kind of the whole title. And with an overview of that and the information that I pulled out of that is they're talking about the web of life that we all live within. And the web of life, if you're not sure about that, it's an energetic field. Some call it God, some call it chi, some call it prana. It's this huge energetic field that permeates everything in the known universe. Back in the 1800s, scientists would discuss this and theorize about it, and they called it the ether. Well, those scientists that actually believed in it called it the ether. And there was an experiment done by Michelson and Morley. And it was called the Michelson-Morley experiment, and they tried to find if this ether actually existed. Well, unfortunately, due to the technology of the day, they came up with inconclusive evidence. So some scientists just kept on believing. Some scientists scrapped it and said, no, it does not exist. Well, in 1987, the Air Force redid this experiment. They recreated the Michelson-Morley experiment, and what they found conclusive, concrete evidence that there is an ether. There is an energy that permeates all living things. Now, well, how does that hit us with setting an intention? Well, when you set your intention, you're sending energy to somebody. I know it sounds crazy. We're thinking, well, sure, maybe we do live within this energetic field. Maybe we do live within this web of life, but how can we send energy to somebody? Well, that is explained in another experiment done by scientists where they took a photon, a single photon, they split it into two photons. And then they separated those photons over, I think it was like 14 miles. And they had this contraption set up and all this electrical wiring and whatnot, and they separated these two photons over 14 miles. And what they found was that if they tickled one of the photons with a charge or magnetically, it would dance. And at the exact same moment in time and space, without any delay, the other photon that they had separated danced in the exact same way, had the exact same reactions. And what they found out from this is that once things are combined and then separated, they're still energetically linked throughout time and space. Same thing. Now we go back to the Big Bang Theory, because we still want to figure out, well, how does this intention thing work if I'm still sending another human being? Sure, two photons did this. That sounds pretty good. I believe that. But how can I send another human energy? Well, back at the Big Bang, we were all one. Everything in the known universe was compacted into the size of an atom, and then boom, sucker blows up, and here we are. Seemingly separate planets, seemingly separate people, but all still energetically linked in this web of life, the ether. So it's through this web of life. You can also think of the web of life as a radio frequency. Just like you can't see radio waves, we believe they're there because we have devices called radios, and we can tune them into certain frequencies, and we can pick out information, music, and whatnot. Well, same thing as this setting an intention. This web of life is a radio frequency. We're receivers, and we're also able to send messages, and we can send a frequency or a vibration across this web of life to somebody else. Now, has that actually been proven? Well, I think so if you look at all the experiments that we just discussed and that were done historically. Like I said, check out Gaia, look up Greg Braden, these guys, Dr. Quantum or Fred Allen Wolf. He's awesome, incredible physicist, and he talks a lot about this stuff. But don't just take my word for it, guys. Always look this stuff up. So setting an intention is actually like a prayer, or it's a hope. It's focusing your energy on somebody. And you can even try this with yourself. You can sit down in a meditative position. Try not to lay down, because all you're going to do is fall asleep. So, but sit in a meditative position. Start your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, and just focus on that for a few minutes. And then at some point in the meditation, I want you to think about your left thumb. Just think about it. Don't think about it doing anything. Just think about it. Just focus all your focus and concentration on that left thumb. And I think what you're going to find is you're going to find that you're going to feel a sensation. Could be a warm sensation, could be a cold sensation. It could be like a tingly sensation, but you're going to feel that you're going to feel your thumb over all your other fingers. And that's sending energy to that thumb. You're concentrating so hard on that you're sending energy to that thumb. Now, a lot of people think it's a trick, but I've actually seen other experiments where they brought yogis in and they've had them meditate. And there was a yogi, and I'll get his name and put it in the links below, but he was able to heat up one of his hands more than the other. And it was pretty incredible. He could actually get one hand almost so that it was much more red than the other hand, and the other hand almost had a grayish or very whitish appearance because it was so much cooler. And he was able to do this through his meditation just by concentrating on making that happen. So here's this web of life. We were all once connected in the Big Bang. Now we're all connected through this web of life. We're all radio receivers, and we can send information to each other. And here is this information, the science-backed data, peer-reviewed science, that says that we can actually reach out with our focus and our concentration and affect something else. Now, of course, it's not that simple. If you've never done any of this stuff, you're not just going to be able to think, oh, geez, heal my friend, he's sick, and think that he's going to be healed. Well, no, because we've been under the assumption that we're separate for so long that we now have to kind of rebuild that ability. We have to rebuild that power within us. And that's why yoga, pranayama, or breathwork exercises and meditation are so important. And that's what's going to help us tune back into ourselves, which is going to help us tune into the known universe and tune into being able to help others, tune into being able to reach out and become one again. Although seemingly separate, we're still all energetically one. I know it gets a little confusing and it's out there, but that's all about setting your intention. So let's back up. What is setting an intention? It's focusing your energy, your chi, your prana, and your concentration on something else, or to somebody else, or maybe to a group of people. Maybe there's an area that's been devastated by catastrophic weather. Send the entire group your energy. Send them a prayer. It's the exact same thing. Sending energy to somebody through prayer or through intention, you're getting that energy out there. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I know it might have seemed all over the place. It's Sean Yoga 50. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Monday, September 14th, 8 p.m., I'm releasing 2 new videos, and it's all on the foundational poses of yoga. So if you've never done yoga before, if you've been thinking about it, check these videos out. You're going to learn the very basic postures of yoga, and then we're going to start putting those together. I'm going to film a video soon, and I'm going to put that up throughout the week. But every Monday, we will have a new video focused on this incremental learning of yoga. So if you're brand new to it, you've never done it before, here's a great opportunity to jump in and give it a try. I urge you to do that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and share it out too. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. It's Sean Yoga 50. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, check out Gaia, check out Greg Braden, Dr. Quantum, Fred Allen Wolf. Check these people out. I think even Neil deGrasse Tyson has a cool video out there on this Michelson-Morley experiment that was done. Really cool stuff. Check it out. All right, guys, Sean Yoga 50, I'm out. I'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow night.